Hey guys, welcome to the Bachelorette the morning after. This week we were joined by Becca Tilley, and she's telling us why Luke P would be sticking around if she were the Bachelorette, plus what Peter can do to make us like him just a little bit more.
Okay guys, before we get to the Luke-Ness Monster, I want to just recap up last week and talk about the rose ceremony and the Luke versus Luke. Ashley, I feel like this is the perfect time.
I actually don't have much to say about it. Do you? Like the Luke versus Luke fight there, I do want to know whether Luke sent himself home genuinely, or she was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work, and he was like, yeah, I don't feel it either, and then he went home.
And then they cut it out?
Yeah.
Well, I was saying earlier, I didn't see the first part, so I just saw like a clip of like teasing it and them talking and Hannah's face in the middle.
Yeah, and she
Yeah.
didn't
I feel
say
like
anything.
Hannah's
We don't
face
really
kinda
know.
said it all of how we
Yeah.
all kind of felt about them.
So, like, this is the 17th reason why I would have already sent Luke P home, and because that moment she's sitting in the middle, like, exasperated, and two little babies are fighting between her, and she's in the middle. So, let's just get into it, the Luke-Ness Monster.
Okay, well, I actually feel a little empathy for him, and I wanted to start out by saying that. I was getting some tweets last night also saying, like, am I the only one who's feeling bad for him? I feel bad for him because I think he's totally ignorant to like how to deal with the situation, and I actually, this episode confirmed that I don't think he's doing it intentionally. I think he's just totally oblivious of like socially like oblivious at times.
Okay.
Does that mean that's just his personality and it won't change, or is it like
I don't
an
know.
age thing?
I think it could be an age thing. I think because he's always relied on using lines and like his looks that he never really had to develop that like depth or has never like practiced expressing himself emotionally.
I think you're totally right. I think he looks like a deer in the headlights when he often actually.
Yeah.
So I don't know why she's attracted to that, because she is expressing probably all day in Scotland how much she just wants emotions and real from him, and he has no idea what she's talking about or how to give it to her. And I wish like I think he has a sister. I wish every sister would just sit down their brother and be like, this is what women want. Because sometimes I just want to shake a guy like Luke P.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever really been in a relationship before. Not that really makes a difference, because like neither have
As
I.
would we,
And so,
as we
I
know.
know, like as we all know, like it's been we went through our 20s, you know.
I also feel like even if he's been in a relationship, he's never had a girl like call him out or hold him to his standard.
Right.
And
It's
so-
always been one night things with him, I think.
Or like, from what his like intro package says, he hasn't dated or had that, even like the flings, because he heard from God that that's not what he's supposed to be doing.
In the shower.
Yeah.
So maybe he's like totally put it off and he's just totally oblivious. I don't know, but at some point you have to like figure it out and like search yourself and go like, okay, what is she asking for? And I just felt like she's like, give me something, and he spits out another line.
Yeah, it was just, he only knows how to do lines.
Yeah.
And that's like, it was so crazy to see after like that half an hour long scene for him to say, I think you're perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, that was the last thing she ever wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Didn't she laugh?
Well, she was like,
It was almost just like, oh, are you kidding me? Like exasperated.
I would have sent him home. Once again, what does she see in him?
okay, wait.
A good makeout.
I have two things here. First off, like for him to have redeemed himself when they were sitting up on that cliff, and she was like, I just want to know, like, do you like macaroni and cheese or spaghetti? That would have been the perfect time for him to like stop with all the BS and just been like, okay, we're gonna have like a regular first date conversation, and he'd be like, I like macaroni and cheese best. And then they could have like had some fun banter and put all the house drama behind.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it.
But as what you guys were talking about, why? I think she literally is so physically attracted to him that she wants to find some reason to hang on to him longer for more makeouts or something. But I think mentally she's so turned off by him now that even like the physical is not going to catch up.
Because she has both with multiple other guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, it's not like I only have physical attractions with any of these guys. Like I have depth with
So many.
like quite a few of them.
Yeah.
So like me having a physical connection isn't something I like necessarily need, because I want more than that, and I'm getting both with other guys.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't feel like we ever get that from the Men Tell All. I don't feel like we're gonna get her side of really why she was keeping him around, because in the back of my mind, I would have been like, oh, I have Jed, oh, I have Tyler, oh, I have Peter, oh, I have Garrett. Like, I'm gonna be okay. I don't think we're ever gonna truly hear it from her, because then she does press with her hopefully new guy, and I don't think we're ever gonna hear it.
But I don't think that this is like some producer move.
No.
I kind of did, but then Ashley
No.
No, I don't think so, because last week she said he's my favorite.
Yeah.
And then this week, going into the date, it was crazy extremism, but she said, this is either my first date with my husband or my last date with Luke P. Did that catch you guys?
No.
Wait, what?
I didn't catch
You
that.
didn't catch that?
No.
Did she say it?
But I'm also
She said, like, this is my first date with my husband.
Last night on her date with him?
Whoops.
Yeah. Am I making things up?
No, I highly doubt you're making things up.
But if you guys both didn't hear it.
Well,
No.
I was like, not.
No, I'm working too. Anyway,
Wait a second.
Ashley, I'm sure you're right.
I don't know. I watched it back last
Are
night
you
too,
sure
and maybe
she-
it didn't make the cut.
She wasn't saying that in like she said it specifically before their first date and not her time before all three first
Oh, maybe
dates.
she was reminiscing or something.
I don't know.
Well, regardless, she sends like
Maybe I dreamt it. My bad.
I mean, I'm sure you dream about The Bachelor.
I do.
So, yeah. So she doesn't give him the rose at the end of the date.
yeah, but you know what's gonna
Cliffhanger.
happen. What's your theory?
Well, this is the first season where they've done this, where they go on dates and they don't get a rose or like get sent home, right?
Well, has she done this before?
Remember that Connor went to her? She was sick.
Oh, yeah.
And granted, it was like a mini date, but
a mini date.
she didn't give him
yeah.
a rose.
I
And
think
that
it's
the
because
first
it was a
time.
mini date.
Weird
But
date.
I think she.
Wait, that wasn't a mini date. They went on dinner, didn't they?
Oh,
Or Jake,
ended up
they went to Jake Owen.
Oh, but
Or
didn't
Lucas
Did
Graham?
she give the rose to him at the end of the night?
Yeah.
Not at the
Who
end
knows?
of like
I
the
don't
hotel
know.
hang.
Anyhow.
My theory
What?
is that she's going to say, I can't give you this rose tonight on this date, but I'm going to need like 24 hours to think about it. So you're just going to have to go and stand at the rose ceremony like any of the other guys.
Well, that'll be the first time they've done that, right?
It will
That's
be.
what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, she's definitely making up her own rules, which I like.
I love
She's the
her.
best.
She is like the
She
best.
is the best. So yeah, next week looks super good because she's crying to the guys. I'm really defeated from all of you. I don't want to do this. Sobs to Chris Harrison.
Somebody
and-
else does something bad. That's not
Okay.
Garrett
That's what
looks
I'm.
like
It looked like Garrett. It sounded like Garrett too, and he was like, "This is all my fault" or something. in the
Yes.
tease. Yeah.
Which I love Garrett. I'm like
Yeah.
rooting for him to be an underdog, so I'm nervous.
I think he is. I know nothing about him.
But when I think of like the front, well, I think of Luke P being ridiculous. Then I think of Jed, Tyler, Peter, Mike, and then after them, I think of.
I just think physically, Garrett.
I think of Garrett.
just
Oh, okay.
think
Yeah,
he's
we have
physically
different
Garrett's
types.
so cute.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
very cute.
Wait, I gotta take a look at his
Wait,
body
she
later.
said that this is like the best looking group of guys on Twitter
Oh,
last
yeah,
night.
yeah.
And I said Caitlyn season, but this season's very nice looking.
I do think those are the top two for sure.
Yeah, but also Rachel's season had
I know,
Peter
I was
and Dean.
Yeah,
so
but-
like their power
I know, but collectively. as a
collectively,
whole.
like the top 10 is very handsome group
strong,
of
yeah.
gentlemen.
So Mike kind of had the dream date for me. Like, I want to go to Scotland. I want to do all of that besides eating the intestines. But what are Mike's chances of getting to the end?
Oh, I think he's like top 6.
I was gonna do top 5.
My sister says top 4, so there we go.
I think him smiling the whole time was the cutest thing
That's
to me.
all he does, though.
yeah, but he reminds me of Michael Strahan in that way.
Yeah.
He's like
It's
so
almost
smiley.
like he's so smitten by her.
Yeah, it's cute.
And I feel like I watch her with that same grin, so I'm sure these guys are totally just like, oh my gosh, this girl's so cute, because I watch and I'm like, she's so cute and
so
fun.
cute.
I know, I want to hang out with her.
Bow down to your queen.
Oh, that was so funny. So, and then I hope she doesn't get any criticism from family, friends, the church community about all the making out
Okay,
she
but
did
the making out she
night.
did last night was so good. The Jed make out, the Tyler make out on the bed,
Yeah.
and then
Peter?
the pool scene, the pool table.
She loves a good mounting session.
I know.
loves getting on top of them and sitting on their lap.
But I would love to hear your guys' opinions because you both told the national public that you were virgins, and so then everyone in America has an opinion about you guys, Colton, and now we have someone who is a very proud Christian. Do you worry about her getting some criticism online and bullying?
I definitely got like, she doesn't make out like a virgin. Like, what kind of virgin? Like, I was doing a whole bunch of straddling too. I wish I didn't.
Mom, Dad,
I think no matter in what area it is, she's gonna get criticism no matter what. So it sucks that it is about that. I mean, it's just, there's different religions and like levels of religions where they think certain things are okay and certain things are not, but she's just doing her own thing, which I think she's like very confident about.
Yeah.
And I bring this.
It's not a big deal. It's really, at the end of the day, it's just kissing.
Yeah, it's kissing.
Yeah.
Really good kissing. It looks
I
good.
know.
I know.
But that also brings me to the scene that I always bring up. Her in the pink motorcycle jacket that I think is about Luke P calling her out for her sexuality, and she's like, I'm not a virgin and Jesus still loves me.
yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it.
It's gotta be top 4, top 3 when that happens.
I know. What other drama do we think is coming?
I don't know. You think it's Luke P says something?
It could be Garrett now that Garrett is like some secret
Underdog. I don't know. I really don't know. Who would be that? Who would cause her to like yell like that? I feel bad.
My theory, and I'm probably so far off, was that it's Kevin. Is he the one that hurt his shoulder?
He's the one that yesterday saw them make out between
Oh, that was funny.
So he saw them make out her, and he hasn't kissed her yet.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Maybe he's a virgin, or maybe he's like very religious or something, and so he gets like upset and calls her out for it or something.
Yeah, he's jealous.
Far-fetched.
And he's jealous.
Do you know what happened?
No, I have actually no idea. This is very refreshing for me. I have no idea.
I hope it's Luke P so we can continue disliking him. I mean,
But like also like I feel bad for him a little bit. Like I don't want to like totally. Have we ever seen somebody who's gotten so much screen time other than the lead, and such negative screen time the same amount
Corinne.
week after week after week? Corinne switched like week 3 to like being funny.
The problem for me is that Luke P is a guy that I would be totally into.
See,
What?
He is more of your
Becca!
type. That's so funny. I don't get it.
Basically, I would be like, like having physical chemistry with him, and then just having hearsay, like not seeing it myself. It would be really hard for me to be like. I think if that many men were like, this guy's a problem, I'd probably, I'm pretty self-aware and like aware of the situation to know like, okay,
Yeah,
but
but you're like,
he's
but
totally the type I'd be.
That's so funny. I guess if the guy was totally my type too, I would be the exact same way. I'd be like, I gotta keep him a couple more weeks. I don't care what
okay.
you say.
So I have a question. If I was a producer, I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut, and I'd be like potentially making side comments to my lead about, this Luke P guy. How do the producers remain so unbiased yet be able to give advice? How do they do that?
Well, love that we broke the fourth wall again yesterday.
Love
And
it.
We got to see them being like, she's like, can you tell him that he needs to express feelings? What feelings
it's not our job.
And they're like, you have to do that. I love that. So
I know, I love that she had like sticks or like the wheat in her hand, and she's like,
it was like so regular. Like I would be fiddling with something too.
But yeah, that's kind of why I brought that up, because I love the
that's
breaking
their
of the
job.
fourth.
They're very strong mentally.
they really, it is such,
Tough.
they ride this fine line between being someone that you can go to for advice and feel comfortable talking to making a TV show and making it the best that it can be.
Yeah, it seems really tough, and I commend them, and I think about what they do all the time because it is really tough.
Yeah.
I think we covered our bases.
We didn't talk about Jed putting milk on his head. I thought that was a great moment.
Okay.
Did it stand out to you?
No.
Because
I think it was very Braveheart of him. I thought it was.
He's still my favorite.
Oh, is Jed your favorite?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, by far.
By far.
Tyler and Jed are pretty tied for me. What about you?
I think Tyler and Peter kind of dropped for me a little bit this week. My love for him.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
He
too
reminds
boring
me
for
so
me.
much of Ben.
Okay,
It's like
but-
almost weird. It gives me like weird vibes.
No,
like I
don't
know
feel
him.
It's almost like just not quite Ben.
Okay.
But I see what you're saying. I
Yeah.
haven't given up on him completely because I am hoping that he might be in the running for Bachelor if he's not
Yeah.
like the choice.
Oh my
But
gosh. Who's gonna be the
I
Bachelor?
don't know, but I really wish he had a little bit more edge. I think that's what it
And his
is.
hair's too.
I know,
he
so
just needs
boyish.
A little more edge.
Yeah.
A little more
Yeah.
manliness.
If he had a different haircut, honestly, it could change everything.
I know, and I hate to say it.
I know.
True.
Men tell all. He'll have a
He
different haircut.
definitely
Yeah.
will. Yeah. All right, well, that's a great note to wrap up on.
Indeed. All right, girls, promote your stuff.
You can watch What Now, our new YouTube reality show. All the episodes are up. It's only going to take you an hour and a half to binge. Just type in What Now on YouTube.
You can listen to my podcast, Scrubbing In with Becca Tilley and Tanya Rad, wherever you can get podcasts.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Till next week.
For all things Bachelorette, make sure to head over to Access Online. And if you like this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe.
If you love that video, you're going to love everything on the Access YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. You can thank me later. Hit it. Now. Thanks.